Hey everybody, Ron Burke, Editor-in-Chief for GamingTrend.com. I'm here with Magnus Jansén from Massive Entertainment. We're going to talk a little bit about Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Magnus, if you would, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the game.
Well, my name is Magnus.
Obviously, I get your name already.
Yeah, Magnus Jansén, Creative Director at Massive Entertainment, working on Avatar Frontiers of Pandora.
So tell us a little about what kind of game is Avatar?
So we're talking about a first-person action-adventure open-world game. So it's really a completely new story set in a completely new part of Pandora called the Western Frontier, where you, the character, gets to, well, you're basically abducted and raised by humans, and then when the game starts, well, basically you the gamer and the player character, you set foot on Pandora properly for the first time ever, and you get to go from being, well, basically a human raised into becoming Na'vi. That's the journey that you go on.
So you're raised by the RDA. So do you get to create your own character? Do you get to customize?
Yeah, I mean, early on in the game, you basically get to create your character, and it's for you to be comfortable in who you are. So you can, choose body type. There's different voices to choose from, and then physical attributes, and all the way to customizations like body paints and stuff like that. And you can change all that later on in the game as well. But really, yes, it's you create your character and choose the voice and the look.
So you set foot on Pandora, and you might as well set foot on Mars. This world is completely foreign to you. You've been raised by the RDA the whole time, so you know nothing of Ikran. You know nothing of Na'vi culture or really anything. So is that really kind of what the game is about? It's about becoming Na'vi?
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge part of your journey. There is, of course, a story here as well. There's characters, there's a plot where, I mean, who was it that abducted you? Who was it that, helped you awaken out of cryosleep all those years later? The RDA are now back, as we saw. If you saw the latest movie, Avatar: The Way of Water, you saw the RDA, kicked them out at the end of the first movie, but they're now back. And we're in that same timeline. They come back, and you're fighting them, and you're part of Pandora in the Western Frontier, right? So there's really a story of freedom fighting. There's also a story of finding out what happened, and a bit of revenge as well at your captors, and the RDA boss at the center of it all, John Mercer. So there's a couple of different journeys and a couple of different threads that that goes through the game, and that is all comes together to create your journey.
So being effectively a child of two worlds, do you get access to both types of weapons, both Na'vi weapons and RDA weapons?
Totally, and that's really that's one of the advantages that you have, because normal Na'vi that have not been subject to the unfortunate upbringing that you had, they don't like the smell of metal. They don't like the feel of metal. They don't touch metal. Human things smell badly. But you, because of your background, you're able to, okay, I've done this. I know what to do. Is you can use human weapons, human technology. You can exploit the weaknesses of their machinery because you know it well, and you're not afraid to get engaged and get hands-on with human stuff, and to use that to your advantage to basically fight for your home that you never had, but now you're there, but now the RDA are there, and you're there to kick them out.
While you're trying to grow, they're busy, trying to destroy the place.
And totally.
Yeah, there's definitely an undercurrent of kind of save the world and kind of eco-friendly approach that definitely feels like a tie-in with what James Cameron's had to say. How much interaction have you had with Cameron and his teams, and also Disney, I suppose?
The game is very much a co-creation, a collaboration with Lightstorm Entertainment, which is the movie team, and Disney. So when we created the new region that we're in, with all of those environments, 3 new clans, Na'vi clans, native clans to go with that. All of that we did together with the experts, like the people that created the clans of the movie, that created the environments, the animals, the plants of the movie. We worked directly with them, the production designers, the costume designers, all of the creature experts. We work with them on a daily basis to bring this new place of Pandora to life. So it's really a very close collaboration. And so, it's important to us. We get the quality, we get it to be the same standards. And I think that they enjoy it a little bit as well, that they, players, fans will be able to go in close, see it from all angles and not just, pass by in a frame in the movie. They can really get really hands-on with it.
Well, let's talk tech. So this is all built on the Snowdrop engine, right? So it's the same engine that you guys have used for previous games. Talk to me about some of the cool stuff that you've been able to do with being both next-gen only, but also going first-person co-op. I mean, what are some of the things that you've been able to do with the engine that you weren't able to do before?
Well, so one of the biggest upgrades now for the new gen, right, is the ray trace lighting, which is huge. It really affects everything and creates a much more realistic look. There are other things as well, right? Just bringing this enormous view distances to make them possible for you to be able to fly on your Ikran, your Banshee, to fly at high speeds, go up, above the clouds, and then dive down in under the canopy at breakneck speeds. That's really, that's only possible with the new hardware, but also with a lot of new tech developments to bring these enormous, lush, natural environments to life. We needed to do a lot of additions to the Snowdrop engine, but I think, so it took a while, but I think it's really worth it, right? The results speak for themselves, that the immersion and the audio as well, like new audio technology, the audio is really top notch on the tech side, and obviously the content, the team is amazing. So all that immersion really takes you and lets you go to Pandora.
It must have been fun doing like the positional audio in the forest where, it's not like the hustle and bustle of a city like in The Division or something like that where you've got, all this other extraneous sound that you hear in your normal day. Now you're talking about being alone in a forest that's alien and all the, water dripping and all that kind of stuff. That must have been fun to do all that and bring that together.
Well, looking at the audio, the team, I mean, they've had a lot of fun. There's a tremendous amount of original recording for the sound effects. Like, as you said, for all of the different regions, there's the rainforest with all the rain and all that. But there's other regions as well. There's the upper plains, this windswept grasslands, big sky country. The wind is prevailing. You can see for miles, and then you get all the wind sounds and all that. And then we have, our temperate region, which, it's a little bit more spooky forest and a completely different soundscape as well. So all of that is really, as you say, in the audio is a big part of bringing that to life.
Immersion.
Yeah.
So talk to me about co-op, if you can. What does co-op look like? Is that, are you a second character in that same genre, or is it one of those things, in that same group of people that were raised by the RDA, or how does that work?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're super proud about is that this is full co-op, like a campaign co-op. It's not a separate mode. You play through the main campaign in co-op, if you will, drop in, drop out, progression saved. We have cross progression, so cross play, so you can, no matter what supported platform you're on, you can play co-op with your friend. So it's really very, if you want to join up, you do that, and then if you need to go your separate ways, your progression saved as well. So it's really, there's all options for you for how you want to experience this adventure on Pandora.
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with folks other than, I guess we can reveal the release date at this point, as long as I don't post this before that release date's revealed.
Yeah, I mean, we're so super happy to come out this December 7th. So that feels great. And really, I mean, bringing this immersive world to life, allowing you to go to Pandora, but also to fly on Pandora, right? Because your Ikran, your Banshee, is really a huge part of the experience. Yeah, so to be able to fly wherever you want and have an interactive journey on Pandora is really what it's all about.
So the game is out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on December 7th. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you again very soon. Thank you very much. It's been great.